Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? And what man's for the females? Hey. In today's video, we have another spiritual assassins class. Inside this video, we're going to be talking about the three main kinds of succubi, kind of how they operate and how to defeat them. Now, I make these spiritual assassin classes on Patreon. As Patreon, you guys already know that, but I will be showing YouTube this video on either Friday or Sunday. But if you guys want the other episodes and the future episodes of Spiritual Assassins class, you're gonna have to join the Patreon. You know, I'm sorry, but I'm giving you a little sneak peek. Patreon saw it first, though. They saw this video on Tuesday, but let's get into it, right? So what are the three kinds of succubi? So we're going to start off first with a Jezebel. Now, a Jezebel is pretty much... Now, hold on. Let's actually define a succubus first, right? What is a succubus? A succubus is pretty much an entity that drains your sexual energy. I have to be careful about saying certain words for YouTube, you know what I'm saying? But it drains your life force energy, right? Through, intercourse, So with that being said, there's different kinds of succubi that kind of have like different kinds of tactics and do different kinds of things. But they're essentially entities that deal with lust, And now succubi are female, incubi are male. But this video is mainly about the three main female ones, So the first one is a Jezebel. Now, what does a Jezebel kind of do? So Jezebels kind of cause annoyance and very much distraction, I just noticed over time that a lot of them tend to be annoying. Mostly because, that's a form of distraction, being annoying, But distraction is very heavy with a Jezebel. And it could also lead to a form of idol worship. Now, inside the Bible, Jezebel actually misled Jezebel inside the Bible, she misled the prophets and made them worship idols. And the same thing kind of happens here. But here's what I mean by idol worship. So it could lead to worshiping the girl themselves, because these succubi, I'm kind of speaking about it also in the sense of a physical female, you know what I'm saying? Not just the actual entity, but the actual female that has the entity. So that female will typically cause maybe an annoyance inside your life, but most definitely a distraction, which is going to lead to some form of idol worship. Whether you're worshiping the girl or you're kind of worshiping the distractions. Let's say that she always wants you to watch TV with her, you know what I'm saying? Now you start worshiping the TV damn near. Or she always wants to fucking go out, you know what I'm saying? Every day. There's nothing wrong with going out and watching TV with your girl. But if it's distracting you from your higher purpose, that's where it's okay, nigga, you know what I'm saying? You start kind of putting those things before your purpose and before your own soul, before your own spirit. It's kind of a form of idol worship, which eventually, can drain you and could lead to your death, but spiritually, you know what I'm saying? Because it could be a physical death too. You know what I'm saying? You may be head over heels over a girl that she gets you set up by some YNs. Let me stop playing. But nah, real talk. Because inside the Bible, she also would get the prophets killed. You know what I'm saying? Now, nowadays, it's a spiritual death, where it's you kind of cut off contact with your soul or your spirit because you're diving into all these other things with this female. Now, the next one I want to talk about is a Delilah, which is also mentioned inside the Bible. So a Delilah is a succubus that will eventually find out your weaknesses and use them against you to either destroy you and or blackmail you. Now, inside the Bible, Delilah, I think it's Samson and Delilah. Delilah found out that Samson's power came from his hair, therefore she cut his hair. She betrayed him, And now keep in mind, all these different entities use lust, you know what I'm saying? Now they actually could be spiritual energies too, intelligent energies, which kind of take over people, you know what I'm saying? They could also be entities that are spiritual entities that also take over people too, My whole entire point is, right, these could be people or to spiritual entities, but they still operate the same exact way. But I'm kind of speaking about it more in regards to like a physical person. But this physical person has like the spiritual entity attached to them, like I said. But yeah, long story short, they all use lust. And it's like after you're caught inside their lust, you know what I'm saying? The Jezebel will start distracting you. A Delilah will start making you pillow talk and then find certain weaknesses about you. And then based upon what they find out, they may either, blackmail you with it, or they'll just destroy you completely, you know? So let's say that when you were younger and you weren't really being that smart, you did like a certain kind of crime, but like you got away with the crime. Well, now she might blackmail you with that, or simply just tell the cops off the rip. Or it could be something else that's not as severe. Like you could have let's say like you accidentally, I'm gonna say accidentally, but let's say like you let's say that you betrayed like one of your homies by like, I don't know. Let's say that, and this is something mad simple. Let's say you took your homie's lighter by accident. Like y'all ever had like a smoke sesh? For the ones who like smoking stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a little bit of ganja every here and there, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of reefer. You know, like, inside the smoke session, like, sometimes your lighter kind of is lost because your homie took it, whether it was on purpose or accidentally. Let's say you, like, accidentally took your homie's lighter. They would use that against you. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's obviously not that deep. You could get the point. It's like you would like tend to like spill like all your secrets to this female, and they would use that against you to either blackmail you or simply just destroy you completely, you know? Or they'll do both. They'll blackmail you and then destroy you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so be careful with what information you share. I ain't saying you can't tell like your actual girl some deep stuff, but be aware of who you're telling your information to. Because I'm going to talk about how to kind of notice these beings, you know what I'm saying? And then how to beat them and stuff like that. But yeah. So that's what a Delilah does, you know? Now, the third one is a Lilith. Now, Lilith isn't really mentioned in the Bible, but she does come from a Jewish lore. She was Adam's first wife and whatnot. Now, with a Lilith, see, I don't know which one is worse, you know what I'm saying? It really depends on the person, I guess. You know, like if you have like a lot of stuff to hide and you have like a lot of skeletons in your closet, a Delilah might be the worst one. But me personally, I think that a Lilith is the worst one, because a Lilith will cause mad chaos and bad luck inside your life, where things kind of just begin to like fall apart and be destroyed. Like you may like lose your job, or like your house starts breaking down, or like the family unit starts breaking down, or like you get into like a car crash, like stuff like that. Like that's what the Lilith spirit does. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and of course with a Lilith, they'll catch you inside their lust. Then once you're interacting with them, you're kind of getting this bad look and this bad energy. You know what I'm saying? With a Delilah, you get caught inside their lust, and now you're out here pillow talking. With a Jezebel, you get caught inside their lust, and then you out here getting distracted. You know what I'm saying? So how do you kind of notice them? Well, with a Jezebel, like I said, a Jezebel, they could be kind of annoying. And let me keep in mind, I've dealt with literally all of these. Like I've met different females that had these different energies attached to them. You know what I'm saying? So believe you me, I've interacted with these Jones, and I think the Jezebel's that's like that. The worst ones are Delilahs and Liliths, in my opinion. But for a Jezebel, if you're easily distracted, then a Jezebel might be the worst for you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't know, they're just always annoying. Like I always felt like any girl that had a Jezebel, they were like always just annoying as heck. You know what I'm saying? But other ways to notice them is that they usually pull you away from your purpose, and you'll do things with them or for the person, but then you'll tend to feel drained either during it or after it. Or you may like enjoy the activity, but then you don't have the energy to work on your purpose. Or when you do work on your purpose, it's not your best work. So essentially, right, it's like, let's say like they're distracting you with like, let's just say TV again, right? With the Jezebel, right, you'll either watch the TV show and then get drained while watching it, or you'll like enjoy it, but then like the next day, you can't really like focus on your purpose. Or when you do focus on your purpose, it's like not your best work. You see what I'm trying to say? So that's what I mean. It's like they'll have you doing certain things that distract you, which don't really matter like that. And it's like when you do them, you'll either be drained in the moment, or you may feel drained after, or like you don't really feel necessarily drained, but now it's just harder to focus. Because I've met people who like, for example, you're like, you know, like example for me, right? I work at a school, you know. Now, working at a school, you get a lot of days off. Like my winter break was pretty long. But after winter break, it was kind of a drag going back to work because I was on break. So you know how like sometimes we're like my break didn't really drain me and I had energy, but I was like, yo, I was just on break. I don't even want to go to work like that no more because like I kind of enjoyed myself so much. Now, granted, you could be with your girl and like she's not a Jezebel and like you're enjoying her and stuff like that. And then after being with her, you're like, man, I don't feel like getting to work. But I'm not gonna lie, because that happens with like a regular female. But I'm not gonna lie, that's never good. Like with me and my shorty, when I go with my shorty and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy the company and stuff like that. But after, I be like, yo, it's time to get some work done. Like I always feel like that. I've never like been with her and then was like, man, I don't want to work no more. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Now with a Jezebel, you're gonna feel like that. You know, it's like you'll be with this person and you may do like many different distracting things. In fact, she might just be a distracted. She might just be the distraction. Like she might always be calling, like for example, you better, let's say like you make videos, right? I'm about to make a video and they always call my phone right before the video. You know what I'm saying? That could be an example. Or like, let's say like you work at like an office and like you're about to type up like a very important report and then they start calling you and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or like at nighttime when you should be sleeping, they always want to call you and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, regular females can be like that. But you'll notice a pattern with a Jezebel that whenever you're about to get some work done, that's when they tend to call you or hit you up or they want your time and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So Jezebels always create distractions because it's trying to get you to commit a form of idolatry where like you kind of worship them and the activities more than your purpose and your spiritual connection, which will lead to a spiritual death when you're not connected with your soul and you're just following this female until you're eventually just drained completely and everything else falls apart. Now, it's not going to fall apart like how it does with Lilith. It's just like you'll be so distracted that you don't really feel like doing anything else. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Now, with Delilah, you'll notice them because they'll want to know like a lot about you, what you do, where you live off the rip, what you like, what you don't like, what's bad for you, what secrets you're holding. And granted, you're like, if you have like a girlfriend, she's gonna want to know about you. You know what I'm saying? Same with a guy. Like, I want to know about my girl. You know what I'm saying? That's the point. Like, if I'm gonna unify with a person, I'm getting to know them more and more. But with Delilah, it's gonna be like off the rip, or it'll be like after like intercourse. Like you may have intercourse, and then that's when they start asking certain questions. After you already got all lustful, and now you're not really paying attention. You just got done having intercourse. Now they start asking you questions and stuff like that. They want to know like a lot, especially the things they want to know will usually be geared towards like things that you don't normally tell people. Like she want to know all your secrets just off the rip, you know what I'm saying? Or she want to know like where you live off the rip, you know what I'm saying? Which it's not a bad thing for your girl to know where you live, but like if you just met this person like yesterday and they want to know where you live, just be a little bit careful, you know what I'm saying? It all depends, though. The biggest thing is the fact that they'll ask questions and want to know things that tend to be a bit more secretive and could backfire on you if you tell them that thing. So just be aware of that. Because like I said, a regular girl's going to like want to know certain stuff also. But like if this girl's like pressing for it and is always asking, getting like vulnerable to like maybe even if y'all have intercourse, she may get you like drunk and then that's when she start asking you stuff. Like it's very strategic when they ask you these questions. They want to get you in like a comfortable state, usually by seducing you in some kind of way, and then they'll try to get certain information out of you, then use it against you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But also with a Delilah, they'll also do stuff like they'll try to like draw you into arguments to like make you like maybe like want to hit them, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that happens also where like they'll try to get you to do things which could backfire on you, like assaulting them. Now, granted, y'all shouldn't be hitting no women anyway. You know what I'm saying? Keep your hands to yourself. But they'll try to instigate stuff like that, where like you may hit them and then they like call the cops. In fact, she might just mention the cops to you. Like for example, like y'all may have an argument one day, and she say, you know what? I'm going to call the cops and tell them X, Y, and Z. Even if nothing like that really happened. So it's like stuff like that. Like at first, they'll try to be a bit more like seductive and trying to draw you in and then finding out certain things to use against you. But it's like over time, they might just start trying to like just cause problems that make you do things which could like get used against you. Like in fact, she could also do stuff like she may like seduce you and then like encourage you to like steal from the store. Like, babe, like I want these gummies, just put it in your pocket real quick. Like stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Now granted, a regular girl could do that too. But if a regular girl's doing that, you probably shouldn't mess with her. Cause why are we stealing for anyway, you know? But it's like it could be like also like she may be like, hey, it says do not enter, but just enter inside there anyway. Or just stuff like that. I'm trying to think about like more stuff. Like it could like she may try to get you to talk crap about your friends, you know what I'm saying? She may be like, man, like she may seduce you and stuff like that, get you to like a comfortable state, then go like, man, that one friend you have, how do you feel about them? Because I feel like they don't really like you like that. Then you start saying, you know what? I ain't been fucking with bro recently. He always doing X, Y, and Z, and da 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 da. And now you start doing that, and then now she could go back and tell your boy, and then cause conflict between you and your boy. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they'll try to get information out of you, but they'll also instigate you to do certain things, which may backfire on you in the long run. And they usually always attempt these things by like trying to like seduce you at first. Now at the craziest level, it'll be more like they just don't care about seducing you, and they'll just get you emotional and they'll get you mad. And then from there, they try to use your anger against you to like maybe like hit them or just whatever else, you know what I'm saying? Or they may just like threaten you with like the cops and like other stuff, you know what I'm saying? So they'll make a lot of threats too to do things if you don't like submit to them, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Now with a Lilith, you could notice a Lilith by just looking at like your life. Like if things are falling apart, you're arguing with family and stuff like that. You're getting into more car accidents, things that your job is not going well. Like overall, if there's like more chaotic and destructive energy inside your life after messing with a female, that's probably a Lilith. You know what I'm saying? That's probably a Lilith, and you should probably get away. I think those are like the worst ones. You know what I'm saying? Because like your whole life's just falling apart. Like you just got a whole new job, then you meet this female, now they firing you the next day. You just met this you just met this new girl. You thought she's amazing. Now you're freaking driving outside and get into a car. Cause like that's horrible, bro. So I think that for me personally, a Lilith would be the worst. You know what I'm saying? Because with a Delilah, I don't really got much to hide. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I mean, you can try to instigate me, but I ain't going for it. You know what I'm saying? The most, you want to lie on me. You know what I mean? You want to lie on me, you know? But, yeah, now how do you actually beat these different beings, right? So when it comes, so overall, right, there's an easy overall way to beat these different beings, right? To beat these different succubi. Just stop messing with the girls. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Like just cut them off. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to give like individual stuff for every single one. So with a Jezebel, right? Simply just focus on your purpose and what's important inside your life. Because sometimes, right, you may have like, you may be questioning like, is this girl really like a succubi? Is she a Jezebel? Is she a Delilah? Is she a Lilith? If you're questioning that, that's already a red flag. But, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, some girls may really just want your attention really bad, and you might confuse that with a Jezebel. So, because of that, you may have to, like, test the waters a bit and not just instantly cut them off. So, sometimes you may not want to instantly cut off these females. So, it's like, okay, fine. Try these things and notice the results. So, with a Jezebel, right? Focus, if you think you're good as a Jezebel, focus on your purpose and what's important inside your life. Now, if as you do that, she's getting like worse and worse and worse and more annoying and annoying and annoying, it's probably a Jezebel. But the way you beat that is by just staying focused on your purpose and eventually cutting off that person. Now, the thing is, right, even if she's not a Jezebel, any girl that's trying to take you away from your purpose, that's not the girl for you. A girl should like add on to your purpose, not take away from it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, with Jezebel, focus on your purpose, focus on your spiritual connection with yourself and what's most important inside your life. You know what I'm saying? With a Delilah, don't share secrets, don't engage in conflicts, and don't let yourself be seduced to do things which aren't really that good. Don't pillow talk. Things like this will keep you safe from a Delilah spirit. Now, let's say that secrets are already known. Find a way to protect yourself. Like, for example, let's say you kind of gave this girl your password. Why would you do that? I don't know. You had to be really just whipped, you know what I'm saying, by that cooch. You know what I mean? Boy, really coochie whipped for real. Give that your password. Okay, change your password. Okay, maybe move locations. Whatever it is, right? Try to avoid blackmail or just accept what's coming and don't care. Like sometimes you may have just messed up. And it's like, you know what, bro? You just gotta not care about. So, for example, let's say that like it's a blackmail where like she's trying to tell your homie how you was talking mess about them. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. At some point, you can't let this girl just run your life and keep on blackmailing you. So you're going to be like, you know what, bro? Just tell my homie, and it is what it is. Like at some point, you might have to just not care about the blackmail and just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? She gonna leak. You sent her a meat pic and now she gonna leak it. Okay, fine, just leak it. But at the same time, you can easily just call the cops like, yo, this girl's trying to do like revenge prawn. She's trying to do revenge corn. You know what I'm saying? So you can also do that too if it's like some you know, yeah. But also, you shouldn't be doing it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But hey, my whole entire point is the fact that with Delilah, don't share secrets, don't engage in conflicts, don't let yourself get seduced to do the wrong thing, don't pillow talk, and if you are starting spilling certain secrets, either find a way to protect yourself, like with the cops and stuff like that, or just accept what's coming and just don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, whatever she holds against you has no more power if you don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? So, now with a Lilith, how do you beat a Lilith? Okay. Create more order inside your life and focus on conflict resolution. So with creating order, right, this could be like developing certain habits or like setting out like a certain structure inside your life, like setting up a schedule inside your life, like a certain structure inside your life, focusing on like conflict resolution to the point where it's like whenever you have arguments, you're actually trying to fix the conflict and not just keep on arguing, you know what I'm saying? Let's say like your house is falling apart. Okay, do a cleanse on your house. Also, just do regular cleansing and regular prayers and regular spiritual practices to bring yourself and the energy around you into a higher vibrational energy. Do protection spells for like for yourself, for your job, for your house, for your car, things like that. Just focus on protecting yourself from chaos by creating order, establishing boundaries, but then also doing like certain like energetic cleanses, energetic protection, and stuff like that. If you follow those steps, you'll beat the Lilith. So yeah, the three main ones. To wrap this video up, the three main ones are Jezebel, Delilah, and a Lilith. Jezebels tend to distract you, so to beat them, focus on your purpose. A Delilah tends to try to blackmail you and try to betray you and find out your secrets, use it against you. So in that case, simply just don't share your secrets, don't pillow talk, don't engage in conflict with them, don't let them convince you to do something that's wrong and stuff like that. Lilith will cause chaos inside your life, so because of that, bring more order and stuff like that, build a stronger family unit, have like actual habits and like a daily schedule. All these types of things will keep you safe. So that's pretty much it for this video. I love you. I'm going to catch my next video. Peace. The freak. Out.